Welcome back to Workers and Resources. Last episode we finally did it. We finally have people moving around in our city with only cars. And that has been a long time coming. So what we have now is a heating plant where the workers only arrive via vehicles, via cars. And a concrete and asphalt plant where the same thing happens. We also realized that workers can go from such a stop to a construction site. So if I, for example, set this to 30 workers, a lot of people will probably use a parking lot to actually get here and assist in building our construction site. And what we have to do now is basically expand the oil refinery. And what we also saw is that, well, the range of the parking lot over here seemed to not reach anything in our commercial district. So right now I am scheduled to upgrade all of these roads. And hopefully that will resolve things. We will probably keep workers unassigned from these. Because at some point this is going to activate and become like a town that demands a lot of things. We will provide a kindergarten and a school on site, but the rest they will have to get from the commercial district. And presumably we will have a lot of capacity here. Yes, we only have a few parking lots scattered around, but they are high volume, high traffic. So a lot of vehicles can move in and out of these. And people shouldn't be here all day. They should be here to spend their free time. Plus maybe the occasional person trying to work here. Now we also did build a tiny university to make sure that people that move into this location can get an education. But I do have to probably plan a proper university. Now the proper university, this is just a stopgap, because I'm not quite sure what to do and just wanted to have it. The university will probably be based on like a traffic route for normal cars, but those cars bring people into dormitories, or hall of residences as they are called. So we'll have a university, technical university most likely, with a bus stop nearby and vehicles that bring people here to live in the dormitories. And that will most likely be in this area of the roundabout. So there might be like a corner right here with the university, some dormitories scattered around. It should be in range of the commercial district and therefore give everyone access to all amenity-solving buildings. We need to hook up this gas station with some fuel. Yeah. And I guess we can like put 5 people working on each of these construction sites, making sure that they are being built and might not have to rely on workers getting here. We are going to use foreign labor to build the oil refinery, but I think I'm going to retire our bus right now. By retire I mean park it somewhere and then replace it as needed. Reason being is that I think with the customs house now being that low traffic, I think we can pick up the workers directly from the customs house again. We also have to retire all of these Trabants and I will sell those. So we will assign our construction officers to get workers directly from the customs house. after this has run dry. Now we have to be a bit careful, we don't have a lot of workers. We also need a kindergarten, after which more should become available. Right now school education is kind of really important. After that, kindergarten, as I just said. And then hopefully we can make this area work. I don't have a kindergarten planned yet, because it wasn't urgent at the time. But we still have to get one, and there's probably room to fit one right in here. Footpath connection would be sufficient. If possible. So yeah, I'm kinda happy that after the long stream we did, without interruption, we finally managed to actually have some inhabitants. Alright, I'll build it here. Now people will have to walk probably through the gas station to get here. Thankfully, we don't create pedestrian crossings anymore if there's only one connection to the road. That one was one of the really good changes that game has made over its long lifespan. It was from a player perspective, a very minor change, but it has a very big impact on the visuals of the game. As soon as we have a parking lot, I think this thing becomes active. A parking lot that has like access to where it wants to go. Hopefully it can reach with all roads upgraded. If not, this is going to turn a little bit problematic. And we might have to rely on more residential building blocks in this area. I guess I can have like a lot of residential buildings around here, because if they can reach a parking lot, they can drive into here. Like if they can't walk here, they can pick a car and then drive around. I wonder if once they reach here and then realize they can just continue walking, if they would not take a car. I'm not sure about that. I'm also a little bit worried about the pollution from the heating plant being a little bit too close to the commercial district, but it's not supposed to be a large living space, so it should probably be fine. But yeah, as I said, we will plan out a university, a large one, eventually. And then make sure that the commercial district also serves the need of educating our population. And for that we might need a bus stop here, or a bus platform, and then pick up students, only students, to work, to get into the dormitories. We can also pick up workers from this area with like a new construction office that was planned. So that could be a thing. We'll unassign any worker getting here, just to extend the time a little bit more. The other thing we might need is like a distribution of vehicles, where we either produce and then sell our own vehicles, or we just import a load via train, drive them there, and then they get distributed as needed. But yeah, pretty happy that we have like concrete and asphalt now. Homemade, as to say. And didn't need a bus stop. And it's working pretty well. And this is like a blueprint for like, a water well that requires 7 workers way far off, 2 kilometers away from the town, and you don't need a bus stop. You just plop down 2 parking lots and people will go there, presumably. And yes, they are going to the construction site by a car. We don't have a bus here. There's no footpath entrance on that side, but they are walking along the corner here and walking straight into the building. Pretty neat. Right, looks like the amount of workers has subsided on our bus stop situation, so we will directly assign the customs house. Since most resource traffic has been moved over to other areas, that should be fine. And we will, first up, we will remove this line. Not the bus. We will remove these stops. They are obsolete. Remove the dirt roads. At some point I might need something like this again with the rail construction office, but my guess is that I'm probably going to relocate that into a more convenient location where it can be accessed by people by car. And that might work. So this bus stop is also obsolete. And the footpath. And this bus doesn't have a route anymore. And once we have a Mars 305 bus, I will replace our own one and only bus by that. Maybe put it in a free construction office or something. Or maybe use that one to move all of the students. But I think the students being moved by just cars is going to be fine. There's not going to be that many. And maybe they also take a car. It would be quite interesting if they would take a car to get a university education. I wonder how that would work. But next up, we need to build the oil refinery, which is going to take a while. I shall assign our construction offices to this. So we get all the road cranes. And we probably also should make sure that we get gravel here at some point without distribution offices, but via train. Because resources are probably going to be moved by train or trucks. Nothing else, not helicopters. And we will have a lot of ground traffic from vehicles. Okay, let's make sure we get this education going here. Because this is going to become a thing very soon. People becoming unemployed due to low education, already 22 of them, can become an issue quite quickly. So this road and this building shall have higher priority, whereas the kindergarten will have to do that after. We'll have to build that. We do have a university, tiny one, which will keep this area busy, but only if we have regular education, and we don't have that yet. I also planned out the bar, the pub. That one is still waiting. Looks like our sewage is full, and it looks like our trucks are way busy. Probably because the road is closed. So the other thing I might have to build is a sewage outflow. I don't think I have an excavator in range, but let's see. Oh, I do. I have plenty. Alright. We can take care of sewage this way. That I think these sewage trucks are like reaching the town and like doing individual buildings. Yeah, that's no good. Reduce the range back to 1 kilometer. Only the commercial district. We will not deal with water here that way. We will get a free distribution office. A free technical service for the time being to deal with that. One water truck, one sewage truck for this area. Getting the resources from the small customs house. Nothing else. That will deal with whatever is in this area. Doesn't reach anything else. That should be good enough. And that should also basically solve the issue over here with them driving all the way into town to supply water. Probably to some of them. Building properties, water pressure, water tank. Yeah, some of them have water flow, etc. I probably managed to get the water substation in place. No, I didn't. But yeah, some of them have water. So the trucks were really busy. We have to wait until the substations are in place, and then we can extend the range of this one again. But for now, really important, get the school in place. This number is increasing. We also might have problems with religious sympathy. It did decrease. I think we started with like 70+%. So it's good to see that one dropping. Although, if we have parking lots around this town, I guess we could flatten this whole town, put a lot of parking lots around the church and just make it like an attraction. That would be weird, but why not? Yeah, the refinery, building that will not cost us anything except for foreign labor. Shall we get some of those? Both of them are assigned. What are you? You are CO concrete mixers, with your source of concrete being the concrete plant. And existing concrete mixers will be moved. Everyone will go down into the new office. Auto searching is enabled. We'll wait for a few better concrete mixers that are a little bit faster. This one is 10 kilometers an hour faster than that one, but that one has like 33% more capacity. So we'll stick with that for now. I should probably use no workers here to make sure the concrete and asphalt plants are actually working. Otherwise they're all going into this one. And they shall work in these sites. At the end we will have 8 concrete mixers in here for now. Oil storage on fire, empty one, presumably. A burning building can't transmit more oil, so we are disrupted a little bit. But we do have enough helicopters to deal with that, I assume. We are going to slowly dissolve all of this. So first up, concrete mixers. At some point we will need a Probably a medium or a large, a medium or maybe a small distribution office to take care of like fuel deliveries throughout our nation. We will build that next to the oil refinery, and then we will have a loading platform to pick up all the fuel we need. When I said oil, I mean fuel. Coal deliveries seem to be fine with the distribution offices. No issues there. I would need more workers. But the worker issue right now is education based. So we'll have to wait until this road finishes. Which it will with these 2 cars, at least to the phase where they can then get into the construction site without interrupting the spreading of the material. Yeah, gas station is working. Yeah, and your worker deliveries can just drive in here, don't disrupt anything. That is fine. And after that, the building itself shouldn't be that difficult. Except for we will not have any road cranes available. I will move all road cranes back until we get education and kindergartens in place. Free those up for other construction tasks. You may refuel yourself, yes. Check our road construction. I am going to make a dirt road here, just to construct all of them at the same time, I think. So we'll hook everything up. Right here. Get our road construction offices and assign everything so it can be built in parallel. As much as we can, at least. And the upgrading of the town itself will take a while. But at least the long strips that can be done by machinery can be built right now. Meaning that our asphalt plant will be quite busy. And having a gravel storage seems to also be something that we need to take care of. So we will set the distribution offices to bring gravel to the gravel storage, I guess. Okay, the road is done. Could have been done by a mechanism, but I guess we didn't assign that. Get everything here. Priority is high. Make sure this gets built as soon as possible. After which, I guess the kindergarten is already ahead of schedule. But that's good. While they're doing groundworks for the school, they can do the building of the kindergarten. And yes, our technical service now is not busy anymore. Taking care of this area is not a problem. But we will set up a sewage system at least, so we only have to deal with water. That would double our capacity of the technical service. And backing up sewage is kind of annoying. No gravel available. Yes. We can set up the gravel delivery by train, that would be great. Which would require us to have the rail construction office back. But I can do that with like 3 or 4 vehicles continuously from the customs house, I think. Rather than drawing everyone and everything from the customs house. There's a little bit of a traffic jam with all of the construction vehicles, but it's not creating any issues, I don't think. Did I rename everything in here? Yes, everything has a name. All of them are marked CO for construction office, and then whatever they are doing. And that one I will rename to dump trucks. Road cranes, dump trucks, hull trucks. Mechanisms as in machinery that doesn't require any workers. Technically not true. There's a lot of dump trucks in here. But yeah. So the goal right now is to get education in this area, make sure it is self-sustaining, or not self-sufficient, but it's self-sustaining with the buildings they have. We don't run dry on education. And then get the town hooked up and see what we can do with regards to parking lots. Okay, they can reach one parking lot now. They can reach... Oh, they can reach the commercial district now. Awesome. So we can have cars in it now. And presumably they would go there to do whatever they need to do. Work, get their food, etc. That means all of these parking lots will have access. And they can reach a lot of the buildings. All on this side. Maybe more on this side if I decide to put some footpaths in here, because it is quite the weird pathing arrangement. They have to go down here, up here, and back down here. We'll figure something out. I don't know if every building activates as soon as one activates, or if they are like sectional. So that means we need maybe some more parking lots over here to deal with all of this. Or try to. And then expand the parking lots as we need to serve everything. And then make sure that this thing also kind of expands, like grows, rather than becomes stagnant and depletes. So it will need education and enough parking lots to get food, etc. We'll see. Education and kindergarten we are currently building, and some parking lots, but it's not going to supply the whole town. A little bit more asphalt. Did we already hook up distribution here? Gravel is present, so yes, we are getting things. Currently no worker here. We have a pub. Pub with 2 workers will be sufficient, and we just need to supply you some booze, which you'll get from the warehouse. And if there's nothing in the warehouse, then you'll, I guess, to actually make use of the warehouse, I also need to say that they can load from here. Currently I only filled it, and they always brought resources from the customs house, but they should take it from here, and if there's nothing here, they'll go to the customs house and then get new resources. A lot of workers currently busy. Let's reduce the amount of personnel we have in these buildings to make sure that everything is kind of supplied with staff. We don't have a huge demand for things right now, except indoor swimming pool. A soccer field or 2 could be useful. People driving here to visit a soccer field would be weird. I think I'll just put soccer fields in the village. Maybe they'll drive back and forth and visit each other's areas. We don't have to have everything here. Now that we have cars, we can basically put things kind of wherever we want, really. Yeah, the supply of resources to the asphalt plant is way too low. Consumes 125 tons of gravel on maximum production if it would continuously run. But we don't have that kind of like resource availability right now. It's also unfortunate that I built it in a way where the traffic lines up along the main road rather than maybe a side road like with the concrete plant. But at some point we can make a new area and just rebuild. It's fine. Concrete plant is fine. Let's see. Supply these to like 80% if possible, so they have way more resources available. And I think I'll give you like 2 more dump trucks. Maybe not. Where are you coming from? You are mechanisms. So you're from here. These ones still take resources from this customs house. The small one is way better for that. And yes, these roads are being built, as they should. Ambulance. This time we're actually going to save the people that we are going to pick up. We're not going to drop them into an empty hospital like a horror movie. So these ones are going to be fine. And as far as I remember, people inside the vehicle do not decrease their timer. So free time 40 minutes out of 16 hours. So as long as they're driving around, they are very happy just driving around. They do have a limited travel time supposedly. But yeah, seems fine. I don't know why they're driving here for free time though. Don't know what that's about. What are you doing? Traveling in vehicle, work shift, yes. Another work shift. Maybe I didn't look at it correctly. But I think it said someone had a 16-hour free time and were driving here. Maybe they were driving back. That's a lot of traffic here. We should route the personal vehicles the other way, so we are going to put a traffic sign in here, meaning that no personal vehicle may enter this road from that side. They will have to go counterclockwise, with industrial traffic being allowed to drive that way. I think I would like everything to go counterclockwise, so they only have to do right-hand turns going into parking lots, out of parking lots, into this, out of this. But now I'm separating the personal traffic from the industrial traffic onto 2 separate lanes. And the personal vehicles will probably leave that way when the industrial traffic also leaves that way, so it might be better. We'll see. That does of course increase the distance required. And yes, these ones do not reach all the way to the refinery, unfortunately. But the commercial district is all fine. We have like probably 300 meters left spare to mess around with. This road isn't ideal either, and I do wonder if the range increases if we are turning everything into asphalt road. We'll have to see. These buildings seem to still be fine. We're down to 10,970 workers, which is what we started at. And the amount of workers is slowly decreasing. I hope we can finish the school before that and get people educated. The kindergarten is available, meaning more workers. But we're up to 40 uneducated workers, which is like 13 shift slots. So the school needs to hurry up a bit. I should get a few more cars eventually. Still have a lot of them parked. I don't know if they are... I think they all have an owner. Yeah. I guess I could route the industrial traffic the other way. By saying no heavy vehicles going that way. So they will have to do a left-hand turn. Where are you trying to go? What? You're going... Oh! No cars means also no trucks. No personal cars is what I meant. Sorry. Not no everything, just no cars. So heavy good vehicles will do clockwise, a clockwise loop, and personal vehicles will do a counterclockwise loop. Maybe we can fit more parking lots here. I wonder if we could maybe fit some parking lots here that are within walking distance, but also within reach of this village. Another emergency helicopter visit. Okay, we need that construction office for workers. So I don't have to micromanage things here. Road construction is progressing nicely. People are also using the dirt road as a bypass, kinda. But they can't drive through town yet. I would need to make another crossing and then hook it up somewhere here, maybe? There's a lot of emergencies in this village. And the personal vehicles are also not really intended to drive along that road. So that one is not for you. You're supposed to take a long way. I hope that doesn't disrupt your access to this parking lot. Seems to be okay. Yeah, there's plenty of space. But yeah, this route is only intended for industrial traffic. And the double lane road was for personal vehicles. We can start designating some one-way roads now, I guess. Can I make... Yes, but then I can't do that. Nah, it's fine. We'll just make some basic one-way roads here. Up until here. They can't reach any further right now. So it looks a little bit more organized. I also kind of want to test what happens if I turn this into a one-way loop. If everyone can reach everything. That's what I'm wondering. Like, can the parking lot next to the asphalt plant still reach all of the parking lots here if they have to drive in a circle? Might need a moment to update that pathing, I think. Nope, it did it instantly, and it still can reach it 2.2 kilometers to the furthest parking lot, so everything is fine. And that would be the furthest parking lot the other direction, 2.43 kilometers. So that one is also fine. Okay. Pretty pretty well. That was a close call. I think the cutoff is like 2.5 kilometers, but yeah. How's the school doing? The school is being built. All resources are present. Let's let everyone walk in here and build it if they want to. They can't because no residential building can reach here. That is unfortunate. We have to solve that. We'll make like a bypass footpath here, I think. It's too tight. Do I need to hook this up? Not really. But I kind of want to. How close can I get to that building? That seems to be okay. So we'll also make sure that they can reach the kindergarten. Oh, that's unfortunate. I thought this wouldn't create a crossing. Oh well. That is what we will do. And after these are done, we will have footpath access to the school. Kindergarten is in range. 380 meters, that's pretty far. That will be shortened quite a bit with that footpath, allowing access through the whole square. Yeah, assigning these all individually is very annoying. So we will get the construction office for workers next to the village. I guess it is a town. It's pretty large. Assign some vehicles there and let them do the road constructions automatically. Oh yeah, people are going into these construction sites to build them automatically. It's cool to see. But you should get some road cranes, really. Also, this loading platform needs to be hooked up. And yes, we will make a long road here, not directly into the asphalt road, to keep the amount of intersections here short. And also give them like a long route where they can basically form a queue. So we have our storage directly hooked up to the unloading platform, so any train knows how much is still in the storage. And then distributed into loading and to factories. And at the start we're going to supply it by trucks. Instead of directly to the buildings, it's just going to go into the aggregate storage. Once we have this long path done, I think it's already going to be in range. One can hope. We need to get school education to our people so we can get more university education and make sure that we don't run out. There's a lot of people still living here in surrounding villages that do have a university education, so we have 1,000 people, which is actually quite a lot of money, because if you hire people with university education to migrate to your nation, it costs you 9,000 rubles per 5 migrants. So you multiply that by 20, and you have 100. No. Yes, 20. You multiply that by 200, and you have 1,000, and that's what we have in our nation. Footpaths are done. They can reach the school, so education has been resolved. It should be fast enough. They still have to build this little thing, but they are already assigned and machinery can do that. Now the walking distance is 233 meters, 366 to the indoor swimming pool. Oh man, I wish there was an option to toggle off these road connections to make the building not blueprint, but like footprint narrower, smaller, because it feels like it's quite big sometimes, and also it's kind of, it looks a bit ugly. Some of the buildings don't need road connections but still have roads. Some variability there would be nice. Maybe they will integrate that when they go to workshop mods and get a bunch of variants. So I think everything should be in order, except of course we don't have access to church, which is fine, I think. Crime is going to become a thing, isn't it? But we can just plop a police station down somewhere here with like a parking lot, and it can cover everything. Maybe in the middle have a police station next to the gas stations. I wish those buildings would tell you the actual range they have. Anyway, next up, this construction office, so we can do the whole town thing. Upgrading the loop through the town. I think it's, after we have this gravel situation sorted, I think it's time to restart the construction of the oil refinery. Because I would like to have something that makes us a ton of money. And us knowing that they can reach here, park here, and go to any building. It would run with domestic workers already. Though we could use our one and only bus to ferry some foreign labor into this area. I also just thought of, like, I assigned both of these to one customs house. I could assign one of them over here and not have any traffic issues. Maybe once the road through the town is done. Oh no, sorry, I will assign the third construction office over there. That one. But I will make it dirt bypass road, so they will auto-assign themselves to construct these roads as well. And they can drive there more easily. I'll wait until this road is constructed and then hook it up, because if I do that now, it's gonna disrupt the construction process. This is cars for one building right now. It's all cars only for one building. It's quite a lot. but it does work. Yeah, having everything here on site is really, really nice. Everything is assigned to the tool, isn't it? No, it's not. Road construction has these, but the normal assignment tool does not. Road construction should not be on the normal assignment tool. Those ones are specialized. I mean, they can help, but they should really focus on road construction. But dump trucks and concrete mixers should help with everything. And that might be the reason why this hasn't been built yet. No, they did get concrete. I was wondering if maybe concrete was lacking, but no, everything is present. The only thing missing right now is some workers, so let's drop one construction office full of workers onto the construction task, which will trigger some road cranes, and after it's finished, the upgrade project for the road going through the town should be much easier. And I also have to plan the rail connection for this thing. We are going to cross this road. I don't think there's going to be any like huge amount of car traffic going this way. Now, I'm kind of thinking of going around the mountain to follow the terrain a little bit and not just cutting across or on top of it. Should make it a little bit more pleasant to look at if we decide to ride a train in first person. Let's make a nice arched corner. Oh, sure. Misclicked. Well, I let go at the wrong time is what I mean. And this corner is probably going through here across this road. Or is it going to the right? Going through the left. We are very close to the map border already, so going through the right might be a bit more sensible. We'll have the train go that way, and then we have one train coming from this area, where we will hook up to the warehouse for the occasional deliveries. And right now the main thing is the gravel delivery. So we will have a train line. It will also go all the way to deliver coal here. So basically what we will have is like a train route going here. And we need to hook that one up. Into our rail line. That is a right-hand turn, so that is a return train. And that is the incoming train. Now we just have a merging train here. It's just an unloading platform from the customs house. Depending on if we build like a gravel processing plant in this area, the train might come from this side eventually. I guess we're going to hook it up so it can come from either side. That would be the tightest corner, so that's the one we need to measure. There we go. And then we need well, let's put in some signals first. I hope this is long enough. Still have to measure that. Let's keep it as short as possible. The unloading platform is quite long, but might not be long enough. Let's see. How long of a train are we talking here? Shortest corner. That's 200 meters, that's plenty. With the distribution office maximum length of 155, that's going to be sufficient. So that unloading area is going to be enough to be train-based. And I guess we're going to make this intersection go the other way as well. That's not the shortest corner, we have to measure that one first. Something like that. We will prevent construction going that way. Why does it not line up perfectly? And then we have the unloading platform. Pause construction of these. And that would be like a basic rail line with lots of space for connecting things, and I don't think we will have issues hooking other things up, like this warehouse should also be fine. And then coal deliveries for the heating plant. Speaking of heating plant, let's get these things started. Okay, almost done with the construction office for workers. Now, I think the workers for the rail construction office will just turn on to 20, and we have to get... we can either use the bus, I think that we will sell this one, or we just use 3 or 4 personal vehicles, which I think is what we are going to do. My god, the Wartburg is expensive. Everything's getting more expensive. I guess it can go faster, so let's get 3 of these. We'll upgrade to 4. Make a route from the customs house to the rail construction office. And we will switch these construction offices over here so they don't block that other customs house that much. There's a lot of small vehicles going back and forth. And yes, we'll sell this bus, it's fine. We will buy a 305 once it becomes available. And if we have the US currency money. What a sentence. Once we have the US currency and the 305 is available, we'll buy it. We might even take out a small loan. We still can transfer all of the money we can loan into US currency, into rubles. Mild side Chris, hello. Alright, here, here. Load educated workers. Unload educated workers. We'll use 6 personal vehicles in this route. We have an epidemic, not very infectious. Severe health complications, seasonal event, should disappear soon, fine. Now, the heating plant should not really stop working, please. We need to get more people going to the heating plant. Let's set this to only 2 each. And let's make sure that no worker goes here directly, which is what they are probably doing. Anyone arriving here by car should go to the heating plant, please, and provide some heating. And more of those, please. Let's get more cars. $40 more cars. The heating plant needs more workers. Yes, happiness is low. I wonder why. Send some more heating. Send some more workers to the heating plant. The temperature is really low. 12 degrees. It's fighting. It's climbing. The amount of uneducated workers is also decreasing, hopefully because our education system is so bloody good. It might be because of other reasons. Alright. More people, more workers, come on. Get that heat going. Traffic jam. Yeah, I bought a lot of vehicles. They're all driving out of that one, that's fine. Okay, heat is rising, so it should be fine. We're almost back to 20 degrees. It's slowly climbing. Buildings are okay. We have dropped a few workers, 130. But I think we are okay. Once the additional vehicles arrive, we need to make sure that they are set to accept anyone. So only set to prefer university education, not be exclusive. Anyone can use vehicles. I guess we can leave like some parking lots to only accept university education if it's like important. so they always have a parking spot. That's looking much better. As long as the coal lasts, heating issue has been resolved. I don't think there's a way to prioritize like who goes where. Are these people all university educated? No, right? It's all basic education, so the setting is only for ownership. But anyone can park here if it's free, so I don't have to micromanage the parking lots next to like buildings where they're working. That's good. Okay, let's increase the amount of workers in here again. I guess we don't really need to do that. 3 is fine. Coal price increasing, of course. And this construction office is available now. So, as I said, this is going to be the source for workers to build the road upgrade automatically, so I don't have to micromanage that. And since this road here is done, and I can hook up the bypass road. So this one reaches everything in this town, and I just need to provide some vehicles. $12 more blue cars, because that's our construction vehicles. And that should hopefully be enough to do the whole road upgrade project in here automatically. First this route, then maybe some of the other roads like the southern bypass to have it. And once this road upgrade project is done, we can actually see how far they can reach. Right now they seem to be able to reach all of the commercial district. 2,497 meters. I think that's like the... I think that's at the edge. Like if I had another parking lot here, I don't think it would be reachable. Perfect planning. Happiness is still low. Another thing I haven't done is I haven't built anything loyalty-wise. Like I have not done any loyalty building, but I have not gotten a loyalty message. Loyalty is still at 42%. I do wonder what the loyalty in this building is. I wonder if everyone's really happy because they're all driving cars around. Alright. We have gravel storage. No, that's the wrong checkbox. I always click that one. We have gravel storage available, meaning that gravel can now be delivered here, not picked up. And I guess the rail distribution office can also help a little bit. That should make it much easier to bring gravel here and keep it, so we don't have to go to individual buildings anymore. Only this one. And then our dump trucks can also pick up gravel from here rather than... I think they're still set to... Where are you set to? You're set to this one, right? I think it's lightly... Yeah, it's light blue. That one was the initial gravel supply for this area. I think I'll unassign gravel deliveries here and we'll slowly drain this. And once it is empty, I want to get a message about it, and then we will switch over to the new gravel storage and phase this area out. We might be able to set our resource storages somewhere else as well. Once the train is hooked up, there's enough room here to make that happen. There's so much room. I wonder if the whole personal vehicle thing would work on a very mountain-heavy map. Well, let's keep an eye on loyalty if it's going up, down, or just staying the same. I think this is map-wide, not just our freshly constructed buildings. Pollution is increasing up to 2%. I don't have a pollution monitoring station. I don't think I care about pollution, because I think a lot of these towns are spewing out a lot of pollution by themselves, since you don't need to provide heating. They heat themselves with coal. Or wood. Okay. You have assigned yourself to all of these road construction projects. That is good. So presumably you are sending workers to these. Or maybe once the materials have arrived. Yep, worker town is bringing workers here. Dump truck is already waiting, so it is working. I don't have to micromanage this whole road upgrade. Seems to be fine. How far can you reach? You can reach the footpaths, you can reach all the roads that are currently accessible. All the way down there. I'm not going to upgrade this road yet. We will get this one done first, and then we will upgrade the alternate route. Yeah, we'll do that. And we can't have any more parking, any more residential buildings in this area. It's nice to have one here to make sure that all the facilities are running, but they're using a lot of these parked cars already. I don't think most of them are driving anywhere, they just like to have it. Okay, gravel is being delivered. I guess I could also pick up gravel here and shift it over. So get gravel from here and shift it. That means you are going to be reassigned already to take gravel from... No, that doesn't work yet. It's fine. Well, it's not fine. Can we hook this up here? We will shift the gravel over. I think we have enough construction offices hooked up to other sources. No, we'll take from the original source, it's fine. There's a lot of gravel, hopefully we can get it done and finish that engine transfer so we can use the new source. Is the rail construction office working? Or is it too far away? My assumption is it is too far away and I need to manually assign it. It is not too far away, it is just in fact still paused. So now they are assigning themselves and they're sending trains here. Okay. My bad. We'll also have to build a rail distribution office somewhere. I think that one will be here in this area. So it's close to the customs house, and it has like a good fire safety. And that one will do distribution of gravel, etc., food, alcohol, etc., to our town / our construction offices. We need more people having cars, so we can have more workers in the heating plant. But right now we have enough. I might also plot down another technical service here to clear that road, since it's kind of busy now. I don't need that dirt road anymore. Was that the only intersection? I thought I put one more down. There's one. I think that's from the game. Purple on white is quite hard to see. Anyway, we're gonna plop a technical service on the existing junction. Or was it? I guess it can go anywhere. A free technical service. Just assign some snow plows and be done with that. Oh, there was it. It was there. Okay. Your range will be 2 kilometers. However, we're going to prevent you from clearing that road up there. We're going to decrease your desire to clear mud roads. And then just... I like the cars. 256. Very good plowing speed. It's not very fast, but it's plowing snow really quickly, so might have to upgrade all of our snow plows eventually. And yes, I do not want any snow plows to go that way. Or do I? Yes. That's you can only clear up to here, and you can only clear this side, so that's like a turnaround point for both of you. Looks like our construction trains are keeping the resource delivery train busy. And I guess it makes sense. They're both building in there. I was hoping to start the construction from the other side, I guess. It's fine. We are going to save the oil. It doesn't really matter that much if we wait a little bit. Are you still assigned here? No, no one's assigned here. So any gravel we take out of here is emptying this thing. Just takes a very long time. Yeah, everything is assigned. Resources are present. No mechanisms though. That is long enough for a mechanism, so please send a mechanism instead. Money is getting quite low. I wonder if I should do the whole loan thing. I would like to wait for the mask bus so I can buy one of them and then just not care about US currency for the time being. So the 305 starts in 1969, which would be at least 2 more years. I guess we can also take out a ruble loan if we need to and keep the US currency at bay for now, because inflation is going to hit at some point, and then the US currency would transfer into more rubles. Lots of workers here, parking lot pretty busy. I need to micromanage the amount of parking lots we have, otherwise things like the heating plant become undersupplied with workers. I don't think there's like a way to prioritize this area for workers. Doesn't look like it. After we finish this engine transfer, we will resume the construction of the oil refinery with at most 10 workers coming here by car. And then once it is up, I need to be informed so I can reduce the amount of workers going to the oil refinery, otherwise we're draining everything away from the heating plant, the concrete and asphalt plant. Now, since this town can't reach the oil refinery, we either have to think about doing a train line from this town to the oil refinery, which would be another intersection here, or I build an actual town with buildings of my own. Basically just a bunch of residential buildings and parking lots, and they can reach the commercial district as well. I'm going to rebuild this intersection actually, because I don't want to have one intersection off of every line basically. I want to have one for the oil refinery / resource storages that then has an exit for the gravel, and then also has the exit for the warehouse up here. And this is too short, so I have to redo this thing. So we'll make the junction closer to here, looping around here, making it possible to use some warehouse space. I guess we're not gonna loop around there. We're gonna get off of this rail line in parallel. So we have a parallel track that runs along this line, and from there we can then make all the junctions that we need. I don't know why you don't want to snap to this. That's very odd. So yeah, that way we don't interrupt the traffic on the main line, and we have a second line where we can just run all the traffic to that we need. Now that could mean that this connection is a little bit too tight. This platform is really long anyway. This platform is almost as long as we need, so yeah, we won't have any space issues in this. Shortest corner from here. And then signal crossing, hopefully. Hopefully. It's a bit weird, but it works. And then signal. And that was long enough for a rail distribution office to allow that. Heating plant stop production. Don't tell me that. Make it continue. Heating is decreasing. Where are all of our workers going? Make them not go here, please. Thank you. 5 people maximum. I really wish I could disable, like, set the workers outside CO to 0 by default. I think I already checked the general options, but I don't think it's in there. No. I'll ask about that. Maybe there's something to make that happen. Because things like getting citizens into buildings should be deactivated by default. I always toggle that off. And letting workers go into construction offices, construction sites, is also something I would like deactivated and then manually toggle them as needed. But that's mainly a thing because I do like weird stuff like this. Also less people going here, thank you. Okay. Now this parallel track can have trains come out here. And that might want to remerge with the existing rail line. I kind of want to redraw this starting piece here. Not that. Redraw that so it looks a little bit more curved. Yeah. Was a little bit too sharp. Okay. So this parallel track can have as many intersections as we want. And then after maybe the exit for the coal loading unloading, which is going to be here, which I think we can get across this road. It will remerge into one line and we might have a train station inside Rovedima. Going past this mountain on the right side. Not sure yet. Is a road crane going here? No. Then we will have to manually assign those so that one might drive here. Maybe. And then the loading platform is going to be hooked up. Already moved quite a bit of gravel over. And that should be good enough. Are we not getting workers? We are getting workers, but very, very slowly. I did not start the other vehicles, so we only had like 2 driving right now. Now we will have 6. So that should make rail construction a little bit more consistent. And yes, I hope that once the oil refinery is up, we realize that money issues are a thing of the past. Even with very few people refining oil, we're not getting a lot of oil out of the ground right now. We might even try to use foreign labor for that. I might use the 1 bus that we have to bring foreign workforce into the oil refinery and see if we can still make a profit. We haven't set up the infrastructure to store oil for like domestic use, but that's not the important thing. That road definitely needs a change. The alternative would be stopping to use foreign manpower, so we spend less money on things. But I don't have an easy way to get like our domestic workforce into the rail construction office. It would basically involve a train line and a train stop to drop off workers next to the rail construction office. This is all just traffic from one residential block. This does not seem very sustainable. Anyway. Direction towards the heating plant has the right of way. It's not really an intersection. It's just right of way 3 and 4. No, emergency traffic has the right of way 2 and 4. Is that not a one-way road? It is not. Okay. 2 and 4. No, 3 should have priority because it's a roundabout kind of thing, so... Have to update these one-way lanes as well. One is priority, 4 is nothing, 2 is not right of way, even though it is emergency services. And all of these are just right of way straight through the intersection. So vehicles on the main road should not slow down anymore for anything. Vehicles coming from parking lots will have to wait a little bit, but that should keep the traffic moving quite quickly along the roundabout. Alright, that's not a one-way. Not a one-way yet. Anyway. I'm not gonna do the whole intersection thing for here yet until we run into issues. Unloading platform is available, does have electricity as well as that one. Priorities are given to, not you, priorities are given here to asphalt, concrete, then dump trucks. Because these ones are producing as needed, so if we are low, they should get everything. And now you can be assigned to take resources from here. As well as you, really. No more customs house. Except for mechanical and electronic components, but can't have everything. Right, let's restart construction. Maximum 5 workers domestically. Will it drive? It will drive. Good. So that is working. Don't have to micromanage our construction trains. They can figure things out by themselves. As was built in the last one. Now, as soon as this thing becomes online, I think we're going to have an active town. Let's get some cars here. $28 cars. I think it's full now. Yeah. That's not going to put any dent like in the desire of how many cars they want to have. Oh, some of them are already active. and have run out. Okay, so people have emigrated from here. Well, so be it. We're going to try and manage this town now. Why are these gravel and not asphalt? Should be asphalt. Yep, now we're gonna get a lot of people emigrating from here, so I don't think the personal vehicles are gonna change that. But maybe some of them will be able to exist here happily, and then we can slowly regrow the population. Those vehicles will have to refill first. There's a gas station in range, which I hope is enough for you. So what are you trying to do? Traveling to commercial district for something. I don't want to get that many messages about people having low loyalty because I know this town is going to run empty. Okay, you're just going to refuel for now. And then you're going to the commercial district. That is fine. I need to turn these roads into one-way roads. Okay. Updated the intersection. Alright. Now this might have increased the distance, where this one can't reach everything anymore. And indeed it did. But they can still reach most of the parking lots, so that's okay. These ones down here are for the residences, and these ones up here are for visitors now. That's how I'm justifying it. Not all of the cars are mobile. We need to let everyone drive, not just university education. So now the town is definitely active and we'll probably lose a few people in here. I mean, we already have. Drinking water has poor quality. 50%. Well, no one has delivered any drinking water here yet. Still waiting on them to be built. We're not oversupplying the rail construction office of workers, right? No. That is okay. I don't want the cars to run around with like people inside them, not being able to drop them off. Seems like we have enough to supply workers and keep this thing running. At a reduced efficiency, but it is running. Well, maybe we can repopulate this town. If we provide enough parking lots, education and kindergarten facilities, maybe it'll work. Oh yeah, and electricity. Electricity would also be nice. As soon as you give them parking lots, they want everything. I think the reason was the kindergarten, probably. Oh well. People will be able to move into those places over time as things become available, I think. Right. We'll have to draw a high voltage wire from there, from here, over to the town and give it another transformer just for expansion potential. So we can decide to build some more residential buildings over there. Maybe tear down some of the old houses. I guess I could do that, like I could just say, screw it, everyone move out, I'm gonna tear everything down around the church and rebuild everything. We'll try to preserve most of the old town, I think. It's especially nice since you don't have to provide heating. It does create pollution though, so it isn't just positive. Happiness did increase in here, so they are doing okay. And religion sympathy has dropped quite a bit. Now, all of these parking lots are like occupied, so there's no room for anyone to park here and visit the church. We could make a parking lot just for church visitors, I guess. Could put one in here. That's for the future. We still have like plenty of parking lots currently being constructed, as well as the school. The school is also kind of important. How's our tiny university doing? The tiny university is doing things. Keeping our university education at acceptable levels in this area. 18 people. Yeah, if it can keep that up, it's okay. If it gets overworked, we're gonna have a problem, I guess. Might have to implement the secret police and limit access by loyalty so we can manage everything. Because these children might run out of time if they don't cycle through everything quick enough. I don't know. We'll see. Money for a proper large university is a bit scarce. I guess I need more residential buildings. I guess this area will need at least one more block, so we can put some workers to work in the oil refinery, because the town can't reach anyway, so we need more people living here. I'm gonna try and make something look a little bit nice by following the curvature of the road. I mean, this main road is not going to be hooked up to these residential buildings at all. That's very close together. That one I think is better. It's also pretty close, but at least they can't look on the top of each other's balcony. Yeah, we'll only have one footpath entrance. Hook that up here so they can presumably reach everything, like school, kindergarten on this side. I guess we're gonna build 2 more residential buildings and see how it goes. And we're going to ignore the town for now. Grow our own little town of 1,000 people for our concrete blocks here. We have to make sure we can actually reach the buildings over there. Let me take a look and do a quick measurement, like a rough measurement. 300 meters. That's 385 meters with a rough measurement. That is quite... cutting it quite close. But I think we are fine. I can still use the other exit, so it's a little bit shorter. Kindergarten is earlier, and that one is also probably about the same distance. So we're going to use... Yes, we are going to use that exit, but it looks not the way I want it to. That is okay. So, this village is dying out. That's what's happening. If I zoom all the way out, we still have people living here, just should be slowly decreasing now. Maybe we can get parking lots going and get more vehicles here to save some of them. But I'm not really that phased. We are going to construct these new residential blocks with automatically getting citizens again from other villages and moving them into here. We're not gonna hire anyone, just grab them and drop them off. And then we might have to get a few more vehicles. And we will see if it is actually feasible running 3 blocks of 1,000 people, or if we then die. If we then run into problems with traffic issues. But I think it's looking pretty good. Even the intersections are working without signals. I don't have too many intersections on the main road. The destinations are all large roundabouts with like sidings that do work. It's a weird design. I guess it's 2 roundabouts with a commercial district in the middle. I guess 1 roundabout is the commercial district, but we have the rest. We have people living inside the commercial district now. Yes, I know happiness is low, sorry. I just decided to build parking lots in there. And maybe I should get a bus stop for people to move into if they can't find any work. And then I can pick some of them up and use them for construction projects. Crime is going to become an issue. Because of course it is. Happiness dropped again. Unemployment is rising. Looks like we can maybe increase the amount of people building this thing. Let's go back up to 30. And let's start dropping some parking lots here, because we do need parking lots for people to actually work. Now we have a footpath entrance on that side. meaning that we could potentially have a few parking lots over here. But there's still... No, that's actually all free. There's nothing else scheduled here. I was thinking of maybe like an loading, unloading platform. I guess it's still planned. But there's so much space here. So I guess we'll drop 2 parking lots in here for now. And then they have to have access via footpath to get out here. And we need to hook this up to the road network so it can actually be built. I don't like that. Yes, okay. That will allow about 60 workers to park there and maybe work in the oil refinery, in addition to whatever parking lots we have here. I do wonder if unhappy people move into buildings over here and that's why the happiness dropped. But population in this one also seems to get lower. Kindergarten, crime. It's mostly spirituality. No one's complaining about anything else. Lifespan is a little bit low, but increasing. I don't know. Seems to be fine. Now I would like to know if these buildings can reach everything. They can. 370 meters for the school. So that one is fine. And 361 meters for the swimming indoor pool. Not all parking lots, but those up here seem to be for visitors now. And you have about the same distance, so seems to be all okay. Not enough sellers, we need more sellers. Come on. More sellers, please. If people become unhappy due to lack of sellers, their productivity will drop and they will be able to sell to less people. So it's like it's a death spiral kind of situation that you can run into. Let's make sure that we have enough of those. Culture is fine. I should still make like a few football fields, I guess. Next to the gas station, I guess. Can we fit 2 in here? Answer seems to be no. Maybe we can ask really nicely. Pretty close, but seems to not be possible. Oh well. I could relocate that footpath, but I think one football field in this area will also be fine. Right. Building in the way. Too close to the cinema. I mean, I can squeeze it closer to the gas station. Mars 309, that's not the 305 yet. That one is still at least 1.5 years away. Money is running low. I do have to plan for... I should probably do the whole oil thing. No, we will start refining first. We can store some of that inside the oil refinery. Because I still have to build the whole pipe from here into this tank. Which I guess I have to wait until I can tear down this one and then hook this one up. Would mean that we wouldn't be able to export oil anymore directly. Only fuel. But that would be intentional. You can also transmit multiple fluids over one pipe. At least last time I did that it worked. Where are all the road cranes? We need more road cranes here. We're not building at full efficiency. That's why it's taking a little bit longer. Also, let's limit the amount of workers going into these construction sites because, yeah, that's taking up a lot of workers here, with not all resources present. Maybe I'm going to stop construction of these with workers and wait until the groundworks are done. Wait until the refinery is done, and then once everything is in place, just let loose all of the workers. Each of these parking lots can hold 16. It should be plenty for running the refinery at full capacity. Not the refinery. Well, I guess it's refining coal into heat. More parking lots have become available. Should I buy more vehicles or should I relocate some? All of these are reserved, but I don't think all of them are being used. I guess I am going to buy more. Some of them might be used now for churchgoers. Some people might decide to go here to visit a church. If it is accessible. It is not. Because the road hasn't been upgraded yet. Let's get 20. Allow anyone. And let's get 20 more here. Allow anyone here as well. We'll leave this parking lot and this parking lot open for now. And watch our money closely as it drains. That's a lot of vehicles. 10,000 people just by cars might be a bit overkill. That was the original goal. But who knows? Maybe it'll work. I am going to put a cut here now. I'm going to take a break and get some food. We'll shut down the stream in the meantime. But we have made progress. We have way more vehicles running. So far everything still seems to be working. Population isn't dropping drastically over here, but they still seem to have some issues with something. I'm not completely sure what. Happiness hasn't increased a lot yet. Maybe it's loyalty related. Loyalty is still at 42%, but yeah, maybe I have to get a secret police going and boost loyalty across the board with that. But yeah, we're going to take a break. Thank you very much for watching. Maybe I'll see you next time. Until then, have a good weekend and take care.